Hello again. This time we have to talk about tourism. In this case, since I'm from Peru, this is going to be about tourism in Peru. And I decided to talk about like my favorite places in Peru, like I would like to visit, or places that I've already visited. So first we have the Colque Valley. It's in Arequipa, and this is one of the cities here in Peru. It is also known as the Valley of Fire because it's surrounded by active volcanoes, so that's why it's called like that, the Valley of Fire. And it is one of the deepest canyons in the whole world. It's even like bigger than the Great Canyon in the United States, though it is not as popular as it is in the United States, but it is like a very big place that you can go there and you can see how awesome it is. There is also, like, if you go to visit there, you can see these condors, which are like wild birds, giant birds of prey. You can see, you can have like a close up to those animals, and they're really beautiful, though you have to be a little bit careful not to get a scratch or something like that. And since there is like active volcanoes around, there are also some hot springs, Incan and pre-Incan sites, and there is also a national reserve there, so it's pretty like cool to visit this place. Another one that I wanted to like, I think this is like pretty popular among like overseas people. Like they see this the Nazca lines that we have in Ica. This is like ancient geoglyphs which were drawn in the sand, and these are, you can see them here, but these are actually like giant drawings in the desert in Ica. You need to get on like a small plane or a helicopter to see these images in the sand, because if you go there like by foot, you're not going to be able to see the images because they are so big you wouldn't even notice if you're standing in one. So the only way to see these like drawings in the sand, you have to get on the air and with the altitude you will be able to see them. So this is really interesting because this was done by people from the past, like from this culture in Nazca. So this is like very interesting to look at, and to also learn a little bit of history of that culture that did this. Then I have these since Peru has three regions: the coast, the highlands, and the jungle. I've shown you like I show you the things that were in the coast, so I wanted to add something that you could find in the jungle, which is Kualap. This is in the Amazonas, and this is obviously in the jungle. As you can see, there are a lot of vegetation, a lot of trees there. So this pre-Incan city is surrounded by a huge wall, as you can see there in the picture, that there is this huge wall surrounding all of this like city. And this is made out of stone blocks, which almost all of Incan structures are made of stone blocks. And within these walls there were these administrative sections, religious centers, and ceremonial spaces. So this is like an interesting place to visit apart from Machu Picchu, because Machu Picchu is like very popular. So this was recently discovered, so there are not a lot of tourists like in Machu Picchu, and it has also like its own attractions. So it's really interesting if you want to go there. Then we have the Ballestas Islands. This is also, I heard a lot of people from overseas that they heard of this, well, mostly from Latin America, so I don't know if you've heard of it, but this is also like a really interesting place. I haven't visited, but I would love to visit it at some point in life. This is also in the coast. These islands are home to many thousands of water-producing seabirds and other marine species. You can see some of those marine species as you can see in the picture. I think these are like sea lions. I'm not sure about even animals, but yeah, you can also find penguins, which I remember I was very shocked to know that we have penguins in Peru. I always thought they were only in one pole in Earth, so I was really surprised that we have penguins here. So it was interesting. You can also see a lot of pelicans, walruses, and many more. So yeah, if you are an animal lover or you like sea life, you definitely want to visit this place. Then we have this Lake Titicaca, which is in Puno. This is actually in the highlands, so it's not in the coast. It is the highest navigable lake in the world and is one of the largest repositories of freshwater in South America. This is located on the border between Peru and Bolivia, which is actually like pretty funny because it's like half the lake it's in Bolivia territory and the other half is in Peruvian territory. So people always they're always discussing about this, like no, it's Peruvian, and others are saying it's Bolivian, where in fact it's both. It's in both territories. And this is actually like a pretty great place to visit. Obviously you will have to go like wearing warm clothes because the highlands are very cold, and Puno specifically is very cold, and since this is one of the highest places, it's going to be very cold if you want to go visit there. But I think this is like a really interesting place because we have this mythology, like Incan mythology, where they believed the founders of the Inca Empire emerged from this lake, from the cold water, and they founded the empire. So that's like kind of like Incan mythology. So it's really interesting to go visit as well. And then we have the Huascarán National Park, which is in Ancash. And this is a national park, and you can see it is pretty as a picture because it has like a stupendous natural area in which the geological formations, these glacier covered peaks, the high mountain lakes, and all the flora and fauna that are part of the Cordillera Blanca are protected. So this mountain that you see here that looks like a glacial, this is actually like a mountain, like a group of mountains that are white. This has the name of Cordillera Blanca, which is like a group of mountains that are white. And the curious thing about this place is that right in front of this Cordillera Blanca, we have the exact opposite, which is called the Cordillera Negra, which is like a group of mountains that are black, like pitch black, and they are like side by side. And when you go there, you can see like on the left you will see the white mountains, and on the right you'll see the black mountains. So there is this contrast, and it is really interesting to see. And also, well, the Cordillera Blanca was declared to be part of the cultural heritage of humanity. So this is a really great place to visit as well. And that will be all. Thank you for listening to my little presentation.